saying no different shit. What is it? Just like that. Don't know it. What's that song?
The Irish.
Welcome to Detroit. Man, I love this city. But I represent that east side, the 48205, the red zone, one of the most notorious zip codes in the United States of America. I'm Champtown, and this is the Itiszzz, where celebrities and legends of the hood eat good, drink good, and talk shit.
Yo, yo, yo. What's really good in your hood, in your house, or your couch, or wherever you at? This is the Itiszzz. That's right. And you know who's to the left, as usual, none other than my lovely wife, the one and only she, Keisha.
What up, though, y'all? Missed you.
And you know who's to the right. I tell you this every week, and in case you didn't know, it's all about the Benjamins, baby. Being hot, mixed. Quake is in the building.
World Wide Web, what's happening?
And you know the one who writes the R&B songs faster than most. Hottest R&B album last year. Got a couple contenders this year, but she's still hot fire like Dylan, none other than the one and only Kayla.
Hey y'all.
Kayla, you
Look.
it's in the building. My man Matthew is in the building.
What up, though, Matthew?
Yeah, man. I want to send a special, all types of love going out to my man, the one and only Ant Live. He lost his son, Ant Jr., about a week ago. He in the back right there in the picture. And just want to give Ant love, Ant Live, all kind of love. You know, I don't know. I mean, losing a child, man. I can only imagine that nightmare. There he is with his son and his grandbaby. So, Ant Live, love from us here at the Itiszzz.
Yes.
I want you to get, you've been extremely strong through this situation, man. I mean, you've been very inspirational how you've been handling this. So, I just want to give my love to you, man, sincerely. And everybody here at the Itiszzz, wish you, your wife, and the rest of your kids well, man, during this very, very difficult time. What's going on over here, Keisha? What you got going on?
Child, I got some new stuff going on. I don't know how to work it. I have all kind of technical difficulties. Look at the food. It's got a little char on there. It's still good, though. It's a little vegetable medley. Then the guest wanted catfish. So I'm doing some catfish, but I'm going to crack that catfish out.
And what
I
is
don't
that?
know if you can see that.
Yeah,
This is fish crack. It's literally fish crack.
It's fish crack.
And then I have some chicken over here, and it's chicken crack.
And
but-
the battery low there. Okay, I hear you.
Hey, I can't do nothing about how this technology stuff works. If it go out, it go out.
Word.
I can fix it. I do maneuver in some kind of way. Hey, but I did have this, and I wanted to show you. I was so excited. This is my nuclear pot where I was going to fry the catfish. I don't even think it's gonna work because it ain't work. I don't know how to work. I just got it in the mail. I don't know how to work it. You would think it would just plug up and work, but it don't. Okay, so change camera.
What we got there on that grill? You can just break down what you got on that grill.
What I got on the grill is some potatoes that I cut up.
Okay.
Actually, I soaked them first to get that starch out of there.
Okay.
And I have kale because we always need something green in our bellies.
Thank you.
And then I have some baby carrots and I have some onions. So that's gonna be the medley. I'm gonna mix that together. And I also have some let me come over here. Ice told me you need to stay near the mic, so I'm gonna stay near the mic. So I have some homemade macaroni and cheese, but what I did to it, so you have this box of macaroni and cheese, the Cheeto macaroni and cheese. So you have a hot flavor, like the hot Cheetos you eat in a bag, and then you have a cheese flavor. So I took the hot Cheeto pack out of that and made some hot Cheeto balls. It's gonna be delicious. Hot mix, he kind of bougie, but it's okay. He gonna try at least one little teeny bite, teeny weeny bite. So
Is she
is
doing
that
too
working?
much? Is she doing too much?
Is that working?
Is she doing too much? Is it working?
It's 8. It's 8.
Now you know what number it is. Now you know.
Yeah. So I just want them to see me mix this. Oh, first I'm gonna do this. I have some hot honey. I currently don't know that, Daryl. I have some hot honey. Here we go. Fuego.
Mm-hmm.
Caliente.
Yeah,
Muy
fuego.
caliente.
And I'm just gonna put that here over the carrots. Right?
That's all.
Yep, just on the carrots because that's gonna give the carrots its own identity. But then when I mix it in,
And that's sweet anyway.
huh?
By nature.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna have its own identity within this stuff right here. So that's all I'm gonna do. Mix it all together. Put it in the bowl.
Well, I ain't gonna hold him up because he was on time. It's a professional that he is. But before we bring him in, I want to share this clip with you people out there.
And we got that back in it. Nothing left to prove. You are Shantan. That's such evidence.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's ripping arms off. He's the man in the Wookiee suit. He's behind the mask, but this guy is a Hollywood icon. He's a legend. He's a true definition of black excellence, straight out of Pittsburgh to around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you the one and only CAREY L. Jones. What
Yo, that's hot, man. How y'all doing?
How you doing, man?
I'm good. I see y'all got something cooking in there.
Yeah.
Wish I could smell it, man. Wish I could smell it. Looks like it smells real good.
Yeah. But whenever you in the deep, you can just pull up. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Yeah, man. So, hey, man.
What we got cooking, man?
Oh, yeah. Break it down, Keisha, once again.
All right. We got some charred potatoes. We have some charred baby carrots. And we have some charred kale with some onions. And then a little bit of hot honey. I don't know what I did. I keep moving stuff. Here we go. And some hot honey.
Some hot honey. Okay. I gotta tell you, I've never heard of hot honey. So.
Oh, it's delicious. You gotta come now. You gotta come.
Yeah, no, of course.
But we got your favorite, what you love. We got macaroni and cheese, which you did a little twist to that. And we got your catfish that we go jump that off too. So, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, that's my favorite, man. That takes me home. You know
yeah.
What I mean?
So you're from Pittsburgh originally, correct?
I am. I'm from Pittsburgh. Yeah, south side of Pittsburgh. I grew up, lived there for most of my life, and moved around the city for a bit. And then when I was about 19, I moved out to Cali.
Man, 19, huh?
19, yeah. Just had to do it. Had to leave, to make it happen,
Dang, 19, you went for it. Because you're 6'7", man. You would think you would have been in the playoffs tonight. What's going on, man?
No, you know what? I play ball, I play basketball, I play football. Actually, that's pretty good. But I think I always just had a love for making movies and acting and makeup and all that. It's just something that I was always into. You know what I mean? I grew up in the projects, and the reality is like to escape all that, while a lot of my friends and stuff was out there, in the streets, I would be at home trying to escape it. So I watched TV and movies and stuff, and that kind of kept me out of trouble. Really, honestly, it saved my life. It just kept me inside and out of trouble. It's just something I've always been interested in, and so I just started researching it and finding out that these are jobs people do, and I just, like I said, one day I was just sitting back with a friend of mine, and I just made a weird idea to go move to Cali and try to make movies and make it happen. So I just did it. And when you're that age, you don't really know kind of what you can and can't do. You know what I mean? There was nothing in my mind that said that I couldn't. So I just went for it.
Yeah, what you say, Mitch?
No fear at that age, man.
You don't. No, it's no doubt. It's 100%. And that's like a lot of times when I talk to people now, I'm like, think about when you were like a teenager, when you thought nothing could harm you, no fear. Like, because now, as adults, we always talk ourselves out of shit. You know what I mean? It's like, I want to do this, but maybe I can. I want to do that, maybe I can. But as a kid, there's, you don't think about that. You just do. Listen, even the dumb stuff, right? Dumb stuff, you're like, I'm gonna do that, So and that's what it was. It was just like, I'm just gonna do it,
Word, that's dope. That's dope, man. So my question to you: if you put that Wookiee suit on, could you dunk in it?
I probably could. It moved pretty well. They made that thing to where I could do a lot of stuff. You saw the show. That was me. I was lifting cats. I was throwing dudes. I was running with people on my back. I was running down, and so that was all me. So if they put a hoop in the sand in Tatooine, I probably would have tried.
Yeah. So man, we're gonna get to the Star Wars stuff later, man. But your career is incredible. It's beyond Star Wars. actually. So I want to throw a few things up, man, to show your versatility and what you have done, because you're the true definition of black excellence to me. You know what I'm saying? It ain't too many cats out there doing what you're doing, man. So I want to throw this photo up.
Oh, yeah.
This was a very underrated film to me.
Excellent.
But, man, it looks so great. So tell me the role you played in this.
Well, I like the company that I've been working for wow, almost 20 years now, K&B. I manage all the mega effects. So I hire a team of guys on set, in the shop, manage a group of artists that produce all those things, meet with producers, directors, and come up with the processes and ways to make that stuff happen. And I went down to Austin, and I was down there for 3 months doing makeup and just managing the team down there and working with Rob Rodriguez, the director, and Jonathan and James Cameron and his team, just trying to put together what their vision was. But that was interesting because it was a lot of stuff that I personally hadn't done before, because it was like we were like a lot of the stuff we had to do, trying to see what visual effects was going to do. So a lot of stuff you didn't see. There was a lot of digital stuff effects in that. So a lot of the makeup it started, then it ended, then visual effects would take over. And so when you're on set, you don't see that stuff. You don't see kind of the robot stuff and the implants and things like that. So yeah, exactly like that there. Like that was a makeup that we did on Ed's screen, and so the edge of his skin, we created that edge there. So that visual effects had an edge that they can then erase and implant their robot stuff. So it was a tough show. I was there with my team for like I said, about 3 months. We shot through Christmas and then into like January or so.
Wow. Another film that I felt that was ahead of its time as well that you worked on. I mean, Sin City, I thought was incredible.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, that was also a fun one. That was also a fun movie. We did all the mega effects in that. A lot of it was done practically. I mean, Robert shot that in front of green screen, but still, fake heads, blood gags, people getting their heads chopped off and cuts on their faces. So that was all us just in the shop making that stuff and doing makeup tests. For Marv, he was in a full makeup and wigs. So we did wigs and makeup. So yeah, that show, same, man. It was top to bottom, pretty heavily involved in a lot of work for that show.
The funniest thing that I found out about you, man, your first job when you got to Hollywood, you ended up on the beach. Tell us about your first gig, man, in Hollywood.
I didn't end up. I wanted to be on that beach, but they wouldn't let me. I was too green. No, I was. Yeah, it was for Baywatch, and there was an episode. There was an episode where like there was a beach sea lion, and so we had to make like this sea lion that they had to carry out into the sand, so the Baywatch bays would pick them up and run, do their run out, and I was like, yo, can I go? And it's like, oh, no, you can't. But I wanted to, man. I worked my ass off hoping that they see how hard I was working and reward me by sending me down there to go shoot that thing. But hey, I didn't make that one. But
hey,
yeah, that was one of my first. That was one of my first gigs when I got out here.
First gig, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, with the Hoff, huh?
yeah, with the Hoff.
Wow, that's not a bad first gig, man. That's not.
Yeah, the thing is, man, I just wanted to work. You know what I mean? I just wanted to. So many people go to California and they end up working at a restaurant as a waiter or something like that. You know what I mean? Or they come out and they turn around and they got to go back home because it's not. It ain't cheap to be out here. So So when I came out and I was getting these gigs, I was just happy to work and so I just put my nose down and I was about to work. I didn't really make a lot of friends when I first got out here. I was just trying to stay. I was just trying to make money and pay my rent. So I didn't really hang out much. That did eventually happen later, but the first few years, it was just like I was trying to prove myself so people would hire me and know that I meant business when I was out here. You know.
That's that laser vision focus. Laser vision. You want
I mean that's what. Yeah, I mean you got if you have a clear vision as to where you want to be. I mean that's what it takes.
What you got, Keisha? Talk to me.
I just want to tell you something. So what I did. So this is Stella. This is like my favorite beer.
Oh, I know. That's mine too. Actually, that's that when I drink beer. That's it.
And guess what I did with it though? I marinated the catfish nuggets in it.
Okay.
So now I'm gonna put it in the fish crack. So it's just already seasoned.
So you take the catfish, you cut it up into the smaller nuggets, and then marinate it in the beer.
I marinated it in the beer, and now I'm gonna put it in here, shake it up, and fry it.
Okay. What kind of oil do you use?
This what I have now is just vegetable oil.
Vegetable oil.
But I try to use olive oil. I have used avocado oil, but vegetable oil, peanut oil, coconut oil. But today is vegetable.
What you get down with on the oil tip?
No, I usually use vegetable oil.
Okay.
It tends to fry up better. You know, I mean, I've tried like olive oil, but vegetable oil tends to fry up better.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of bougie with it. I don't like to use it like, you can let it cool off and then use it again. But it tastes better to me when nothing else has been in it, and then I just dump it.
But that's like I got to take it back to the projects. That's what we did. We would fry chicken, French fries. You would get like whatever you had in the house, whether it was a coffee can, or an old milk jug. You put it in the sink, get your hand away so you wouldn't burn yourself, because you got to keep it a little bit warm so it pours easy.
Yeah.
Pour it in that, cap that off, set it aside. You want to do some more chicken? But there was a limit of how many times you use it. Maybe you get like maybe 2 cooks out of it. Maybe after the second one, you get rid of it. Maybe the third, if you really don't got no money, you need to stretch it. But we definitely reuse it.
Wow. What you shaking bacon over here?
This is the catfish in the crack.
It's actually really called fish crack. That's the name of the stuff.
That's the name of the. Okay.
It's actually called fish crack. Straight up, it's called fish crack. Straight up fish crack. Man, I want to zip through a couple more things. I can keep you here all day, man, because your career is just insane to me, man. Let's talk about this, man. Come on, talk to me. Incredible. Talk to me.
That was dope because it was not only was it fun to work with Yaya and Regina. I mean, Regina was great. You know, the thing is I liked about her is that she was super humble. Like in between takes, she'd sit down and talk to the crew, and she had no airs, man. And she saw how everybody else around her was working their butts off, and she appreciated that. You saw it. You saw it in how she dealt with the crew, which I really like, you know.
Yeah.
The reality is that you can have a great actor, but you're only as good as the crew that you work with too, because you know the crew can make you look all sorts of ways. If you don't have good, costumer, makeup artists, DP, lighting people, like they can mess up your whole world if you don't have the right crew. And she was very good at kind of being down to earth to people. And like I said, Yaya was great. He was super nice. He was very into it. You know, we had to do the Dr. Manhattan thing. That was him.
Right.
He wore that makeup, top to bottom. He sat for it. And that was like a couple hours of him letting us paint him up like that and put a ball cap on him and paint his skin, and that was because of the tone of his skin. We had to put like 2 layers of color on him and then, more cut. So he was a champ. He sat with it, and all of the directors and all of the directors that were involved with it, and the showrunner, Damon, everybody was great. That's actually one of the more fun projects that I worked on.
Wow. That was man. And the classics, they just keep coming with you, man. I mean, what the hell is going on? You worked on some of the greatest TV movies. Did you get a chance to meet the great Ernest Dickerson when you worked on The Walking Dead?
I did actually. I did.
Yeah.
Funny enough, not only did I met him working on that. I actually ran into him on an airplane years later. Like we were on the plane, and he just so happened to be sitting across from me. And really, it was like my questions would have been about like Juice. You know what I mean? It's like hey, because he wrote direct that. So when I see him, that's what I think of. I wasn't even thinking about The Walking Dead. I was thinking about like the old school stuff that were my favorite movies. Like Juice is like one of my favorite movies. So it was about, for me, when I saw him, it was about that.
And then he was the DP on Crush Groove, which was one of my favorites.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah. Absolutely. And that's what it was for me. Like I said, when I saw him, that's what I saw. I saw like I said, Crush Groove and Juice, Walking Dead's great. I had the pleasure of being on it from the very beginning, from like before we even did the first season, and up until now that we just filmed our final one. So
man,
that show was groundbreaking. I think after we did that show, a lot of shows honestly pushed the envelope, what they were allowed to do on TV. Like the American Horror Story, they weren't like before that. They weren't doing stuff that, like zombies and shooting people and all the, the crazy violence and stuff. Like you weren't seeing that stuff, and we were doing it. We were doing it in like a movie budget, but on a TV scale. I mean, the stuff that we were doing was stuff that should have been in a movie, but we were making it happen, in a TV budget and a TV schedule, which is crazy. Which again, it just goes to show like the team of people that we had. First, you got to have people that are into it. If you got people that are not into it, every time you try to do anything, they'll try to say, I don't want to do it.
Can't do it.
Can't do it. Let's not. Exactly. So, but if you got people that are gung-ho and want to be groundbreaking, you got all the people going in the same direction, and you can do some crazy, crazy things. And that's what we did, we were talking about, hey, let's have these zombies with the bodies missing. Instead of saying we can't do that, we figured out ways of doing it, not only with practical stuff, digging holes in the ground or, visual effects, or we actually had amputees. I mean, a lot of the ideas that were coming out, no one has did it before. And it was because we all just wanted to be groundbreaking and do new stuff, and make a mark, and I think that's where that kind of came out of. And we set the bar for like other shows. Like I said, Walking Dead started, then you had Game of Thrones and American Horror Story and Breaking Bad. That came after Walking Dead. They were like, oh, we can do that now on TV. All right, here we go. Then the gloves were off, and everybody started writing all kinds of crazy stuff.
That's right.
Now they knew what they were allowed to do.
Let me ask you this: is the great professional makeup artist you are, how big of a role did Michael Jackson's Thriller video play in your career?
Oh, big, dude. When that came out, it blew my mind. I mean, that was like me trying to figure out how they did it. I remember they did like a behind the scenes of Thriller that they showed on television, and back VHS tapes, who's watching this, but VHS, you put the tape in and then, you hit record when you go to school and hope you catch something. One day I put the tape in, hit record, went to school, came back, and it recorded a behind the scenes of Michael Jackson Thriller that they were playing on TV.
MTV,
I still have till this day on VHS till this day.
Wow.
And Rick Baker, and that's actually how I kind of found Rick Baker's name, because I was like, again, just hungry for how did they do that? How did they do that? And when I saw that, saw Rick Baker, and then I started researching him and seeing which movies he worked on and so on and so forth. But oh man, yeah, that and the good thing and the crazy thing about it is, again, growing up in the projects, like, again, you're so disconnected with what you can and can't do to some degree, and to then go full circle and meet and work with all these people. Because I worked with and worked for Rick Baker. I've met John Landis. I've met Michael Jackson. You know what I mean?
Wow.
As a kid, seeing that, growing up how I did, I mean, that's mind blowing. If I went back and told my younger self, like, yo, you gonna meet these people, like, my brain would have exploded, because it wouldn't have been able to.
Right.
I believe it,
That's incredible. Let's talk about politics in the industry. and with the networks and stuff like that. And I'm gonna hit you with a photo, and I'm sure you're gonna be like, "Oh my God, why? And what the hell happened here?"
Okay.
They canceled it. What the hell going on?
So that I think that was less politics than. And Misha Green, man, she was awesome, by the way. She did a really good job. She had a distinctive vision. I think that's more of like, and the same thing with Watchmen, and the showrunners had said this, like they had a story that they thought of from beginning to end, right? And sometimes you do that. You have a beginning and you have a distinctive end. And that's it. That's all you think of, right? Because maybe you think it's not going to go any further than that, or maybe it's such a long process of trying to, put a show like that together. You just don't think past what that end is. And I think when they said, "Oh, this stuff is so great, like let's do another season," they couldn't figure out what that would be. And no matter how much they would try to write and come up with something, it just didn't look right. And I know that Damon Lindelof said the same thing with Watchmen. Like when he was thinking about where it could go after it ended, he just couldn't think of a story that was a story that he would be happy with, other than just trying to make a second season just for the sake of doing it. And I think the same thing happened with Lovecraft. I think it was like the story to some degree of those characters. If you watched it, I mean, they all finished their arc.
Yeah.
There was a beginning and there was an end. Every single character. So now you have to think of, okay, what's next? And then do you just start plugging stuff in just to make a second season, or you write something? And if you being a writer is very vulnerable. You put your stuff out there, you're gonna have everybody and their mama making a comment on it, especially nowadays with social media.
A lot of scrutiny.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
if you put something out there that you in your mind wasn't even 100% with, but you just did it just for the sake of saying so, and you get, "Oh yeah, first season, but that second season she messed it up and she didn't care." You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to put yourself through that. Not to mention the fact that what Misha parlayed that into, like, she's fine. She got a deal with HBO, she did her thing. She did what she needed to do. She told the story that she needed to tell. Now she's on the bigger and better things. And I personally think she did the right thing. I personally think that, I think if there was a second season, I think it would have been that. I think it would have been a second season for the sake of doing it, not because it was a story that she already had written and wanted to finish that storyline.
Okay. Yeah.
So he just said two things.
Yeah.
Gotta believe in yourself. Because for real, like, if they would have slow rolled it, they could have had like 3-4 seasons, for real. Yeah. But they didn't think it was gonna be big enough. It was, but they didn't think it was gonna be big enough. So they just, one season they go and everybody craving it. You feel what I'm saying? So you gotta believe in yourself, believe in your dreams, believe in your vision.
That you're right. You do. You always got to believe in your dream. But in entertainment, you just don't know. You don't know.
No.
You don't know. You don't know if it's going to go right or left. You don't know it's going to be. And really, a lot of times that's also like I hate to say it, that's also like the production companies. They like the idea, but they're not sure. So they're like, we're only going to put this amount of money into it, So if it goes, great. If it doesn't, then we didn't really lose much,
Right. And then
but like Lovecraft Country, listen, I mean, the reality is that, I mean, there's the book, but this strays from that book. So it's not necessarily a direct book to screen as that. But so really it's all new material to some degree. So it was like, and it's never been done before. Like what she did has never been done before. So I think it was like that. I think it was like, I don't know how people are gonna receive this. There's a lot of hot button topics in this, and
it's crazy.
And I gotta give a shout out to Michael K. Williams who lost a fantastic, brilliant actor, super nice guy.
Yeah,
I had the opportunity to work with him on that and get to know him, and he super, super nice man. I can't say enough good things about him, and he did his thing in this. But again, his character was one of the more pivotal in that he was a closeted homosexual. And again, there's a lot of things in that especially in the Black community, that she just didn't know. She was putting herself out there, didn't know how people would react. And the fact that people loved it the way that it is, I don't know. Maybe she didn't expect it. I don't know. Maybe she just wanted to get her story told. I don't know. But I think that was less political than the story was done. The story was told beginning to end.
Yeah. Man, I'm glad you cleared that up because I thought it was some politics and they just pulled a plug on it. And I was sitting here like, why would they do that? Like, oh no, that was a great show. I'm ready for season 2. But like you say, man, sometimes you can do a season so good. Just gotta walk away, leave it alone.
Yeah, you're afraid. I mean, how many movies have we seen that I'm not gonna say them now? But there's a couple that pop up in my head that the first one was dope, and then the second one was like, you should have just left that what it was. Like,
yeah,
you should have left that what it was. Or a lot of times again with the way that things are is that when you make something, a lot of times the production companies maintain the rights to that. So you're done. You've told your story. Then they come in and they want to make a sequel. You have nothing to do with that sequel, and it's terrible. I mean, I worked with Reginald Hudlin before. He produced Django, and I worked with him on that. And he said that about House Party because he didn't have anything to do with the sequels, and he'll say that. He'd be like, I was involved with the good one,
right.
And after that, he has no control over that. So they can make, House Party 7. And he's like, I told my story. Stop it. You know what I mean? So in this case, like she told her story and she had the power to be like, hey, this is it. That's as far as it needs to go.
We got a few things in common, man. I was blessed to become good friends with Ernest Dickerson. I spent a lot of time at his crib. And also I was cool with Michael K. Williams as well.
Oh, no, okay.
Yeah, I was cool.
Yeah, so man, he was a real brother, man. He was a kind heart, I mean, had some great conversation with him. A great dude. Yeah. No, I'm better for knowing him. I mean, I just seeing him do his work. He did this one scene, and I've been around for a while, and he did this one scene that he was in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as I saw him transform into that character, and he walks off set, and he's in the trailer, and I'm cleaning him up, and I say, hey man, usually I want to respect the boundaries of actors, but I have to tell you, like, I was watching you in that scene on set, and I was like feeling it, like I was sitting there watching you in that monitor. It affected me, like how you transformed him. I mean, and he literally was like humble about it. He was like, "Oh, really? Yeah, because I just don't know." And thank you. He was super, super humble about it.
Man, I mean, all this knowledge that you have with movies and television. I mean, will you be an executive in this movie game?
Hey, that's where all the signs are pointing, man. That's where I'm trying to go. I mean,
you carry yourself like one already. You know what I'm saying? That's why.
Listen, I think everything that we do in life prepares us for something else. So and I'm picking up all the information I can pick up through all the people that I meet, all the shows that I've done, and it's preparing me for that, and that's what I'm aiming towards, and that's what's next for me.
Yeah. You want to show them plates? You want to show them how that plate looking?
Where am I?
What camera you want?
Right.
What about that? Bam.
Wow.
It's kind of going out because of that orange, but yeah, that's the vegetable medley. That's the chicken. My daughter, she's allergic to fish, so she can't have catfish. And then this is what I did with the macaroni. I made it into a hot Cheeto macaroni ball. Oh, there you go.
Hot Cheeto macaroni ball.
Yes.
That's like that high end stuff. Don't they do that at like the 4 or 5-star restaurants instead of like the bowl of mac and cheese? It's like the fried macaroni ball.
Yeah.
Sort of, kind of. And then this, I don't know if he still has it. This is the catfish with that that is fish. The fish crack for this. That's how it fries up. It's really, really, really gorgeous looking. Like,
wow.
Well, when you come to Detroit, you gotta stop by and eat some of her cooking, man. You have to.
Yo, like I'm watching that, and I'm mad jealous right now. See how y'all getting down on that. Y'all making it look real good.
It's incredible. That catfish is crazy.
And then that's the way that the chicken fried up with the chicken crack. So it's really convenient because it's like less mess to me with the with this stuff.
I'm gonna send you a bag of this chicken crack and fish crack, just so you.
Now, is that something you can get everywhere, or is that just like a Detroit thing?
I saw it just at a grocery store here, man. I think they're a Detroit-based company, and I think they're trying to expand out. But yeah, I'm gonna have to send you something.
Listen, if I was at the grocery store and I saw that, just that name would make me buy it.
Man, so we ain't gonna hold you too much, but we got to get into some of this Star Wars, man. So they invited you for the celebration this year. Let's talk about that, man.
Yeah, no, I mean it's gonna be fun. It's May 27th, 26th through 29th, I think. Down in Anaheim Convention Center. I'll be there all 4 days, and one of those days, I think it's Sunday, the 29th. I'm going to be doing I'll be doing like a panel, so for the fans and the audience. So it'll be fun. I've never done it before. I've been told that it's pretty intense in terms of the fan and how many people that are there and that are into it. I've gotten, everywhere I go now, everybody asks me about it. They're excited that I'm going to be there. So hopefully there's a good turnout for me. But no, I'm looking forward to it as a fan myself, because I grew up as a fan of Star Wars first and foremost. So I think I'm going to be looking at other people, like trying to get their autographs and look at them, because they're going to be, Carl's going to be there, and Giancarlo Esposito is going to be there. And
oh wow, man.
Yeah. And I for the first time I actually met Carl Weathers. So he's intense, man. He's a big dude, And every time I see him, I'm like, I would never, but I want to say Apollo. but that's who it is. That's who it is to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's Apollo. I mean, and he still looks like Apollo. I mean, his guns, dude. His guns are like wow. Like he got hands that just kind of engulfs yours when you give him a handshake. I mean, he's a big dude.
Damn. So, man, the Book of Boba Fett. Now, I was so confused when The Mandalorian dropped, because I thought The Mandalorian was Boba Fett, and then later on I found out he wasn't. Then Boba Fett dropped. Now, The Mandalorian, it seemed like it was so strong, it might have kind of smothered the Book of Boba Fett a little bit, but due to the fact that this guy kind of made the Book of Boba Fett. So let's talk about this character here for a minute.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's fun. I mean, there's so many things that new that you get from KRRSANTAN. I mean, he does a lot of things that you've never seen a Wookiee do, that I think a lot of people wanted to see a Wookiee do. Like, for one, he's getting drunk. He's not a bar, he's drunk. And then for two, like, they talk about how kind of brutal they are, and you get to see it. You get to see him tossing dudes and ripping arms out and being a bad guy, which up until now you've only seen him, you've only seen Chewbacca be like this sort of,
friendly,
friendly sidekick.
Yeah,
you got a guy that's like not messing around. Like he's an assassin. He's a gladiator. He don't take shit, And I think you haven't seen that before, and I liked it. I liked how brutal he was, and I liked how he was very, and a lot, and really, like when I started figuring out who he was and doing, looking at the graphic novels right away, it was like a lot. It was like Conan the Barbarian, because he kind of had the same story, right? He was taken, he was put into the pits as a gladiator, he was sold off as a slave, really, and then finally he got his freedom, and then he just went out as a hired assassin, right, as a thief, and that's kind of the same thing. Even Russell Crowe in Gladiator. So those are a lot of the things that I kind of looked at in terms of his backstory and what that would make him feel like. But yeah, no, I mean, I think he had a good story arc, because really he was betrayed by the people that he was hired, and at that point he just wants to work. He doesn't care who for, and I think that allows him to play both sides. As a bad guy and eventually as a good guy, and then maybe he turns to a bad guy again.
Now, I heard if you read deep into the Star Wars story, that he's supposed to beat Chewbacca ass before.
Yeah. So he's been around. He's been around for a while, you know, in the graphic novel. So he was hired by Vader to go back and find Obi-Wan and to figure out where the kids are. So Vader hires him. He goes back and he fights with Obi-Wan. That's how he gets that scar on his face.
Yes.
And then he was hired to track down Han Solo. And then that's when Chewbacca gets in a fight. And yeah, he handles Chewbacca. And I think like R2-D2 saves him somehow, like shocks him with something. But he handles Chewbacca, and then there's a whole another series with another character that hasn't been put out on screen yet, but Dr. Aphra. So he's been around. He's had tussles with everybody in the lore. So he has story there, you know. So hopefully that's what they're doing now, is they're trying to figure out where else he can show up. Because I'm down to keep playing them for sure.
Yeah, you need your own spinoff. You brought so much swag to that character. Oh my god.
I hope so. You know, I'm fighting for it. I hope so. Yes. What are you drinking there?
Well, my daughter's made this concoction. It's full of fruit and liquor and stuff. It's delicious. I don't know. What is it called? Mm-hmm. They don't even know what it's called.
Hey, by your lean and your swagger, you was making that look like it was like real good. Like it was like
super
good.
It has muddled frozen berries, blueberry, blackberry, and raspberries, and frozen peaches. And it has a raspberry and peach vodka. Raspberry and pear vodka, a peach prosecco.
Wow.
And peach wine.
Woo, it's delicious.
Wow.
And maybe some juice. Maybe.
Oh, yeah. Mixologist.
Yeah. So I just got a cup and poured it, and I'm good.
Yeah,
it was in it as long as it tastes good.
It's like a Capri Sun on steroids.
Yeah.
But after the fourth drink, you'd be like, you better stop, or you're gonna be laid on the ground somewhere.
That's why those drinks are dangerous. When they taste that good, they are dangerous.
Yes.
And I'm just silly enough to drink them.
This is what I found over someone. Actually, the hip hop trooper. He sent me this that they got they did this over in Germany on a wall.
Oh, what?
Yeah. They loving you out here, man.
Wow, that's crazy. You know, it's funny how far it reaches, because I got a lot of fan mail from like Germany and China, but I've never seen that before. That's crazy. I got to try to see if I can find that.
Yeah. I'll send it to you just in case.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. Whoever did that did really good artist.
Man,
because I thought it was a comic book this whole time. It's a wall.
It's a wall.
Yeah, no, I got it. That's crazy. That looks like it's a comic book page for sure.
See, not just me. Thank you for saving me. They was gonna talk about me later. They was gonna talk about me later. Comic book.
So, man, you don't work with some of the greatest. Is there anyone that you would love to work with that you haven't worked with yet?
There's I mean, it's funny enough, it's like I've never worked with I've been a fan of like Ice Cube for the longest time, and Ice-T, like all those guys that I grew up listening to, and I know now they're big time actors and stuff, but I just never had a chance to run into those guys. I mean, I actually, when I think Ice Cube was doing that motorcycle movie Torque, and his production office just so happened to be in the same building as the production office of the show I was working on. Right. And I was hanging out around their office trying to hope that I ran into him. I was like, just hanging out way too long. And someone was like, hey, you don't belong in here. It's like, it's all good. But I never ran into it. But yeah, it's like a lot of the people that I grew up watching and listening to, it's like I would love to work with them. And like I said, I recently I got to work with F. Gary Gray, which was awesome.
Right.
Which was great, and again,
How was he?
Friday. What's up?
Was he cool?
Yeah. It was what movie was that? It was the one with Jamie Foxx. Anyways, it
Save His Son.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't remember the name of it.
Gerard
Butler, right? Gerard Butler.
Yeah, Gerard Butler. He directed that, which when I got a chance to work with him.
Law-abiding citizen.
Law-abiding citizen. That's it. Yeah, law-abiding citizen. Got a chance to work with that, and I worked with Jamie Foxx several times, which is Jamie's great. Got to work with him a couple times actually. But yeah, I think it's like people that I grew up with watching, and listening to like Ice Cube, Ice-T, and just people in that world, and they're all now, actors and producers and things like that, like Jay-Z and all them.
Right.
Yeah, no, that would be, I think that would be cool.
I got a question for you. You know any of the raps of those people that you would like to? I'm sorry, but I would just love to see you rapping.
You know what?
So laid back, you so cool.
No, it back in the day, like that was a thing you did. Like I would sit back and I would listen to LL Cool J. I would listen to what was it? No rapper can rap quite like I can. I'll take a muscle-bound man and put a face in the set. And I used to listen and write that down and then play it and write it down. And then I did that with that one. I did it with I'm Bad. Oh no, that was I'm Bad. But I did it with Ice Cube a lot. I would just listen to him and try to, because back then too, they didn't really put out lyrics. It was on a cassette tape.
Yep.
I'm dating myself. So it was on a cassette tape. You put that in, there wasn't lyrics on it. So in order, if you wanted to figure out what they were saying, you had to sit there and hit rewind, hit play, listen, write it down.
What'd he say?
I know you got an iced tea for me. Give me some iced tea, man. Come on.
Man, the thing with Ice T is that I don't do it service. I can't get that. He has a voice. He has that voice, and I can't, man. I can't. But my favorite, man, I remember I couldn't get colors out of my head. Colors, man.
Man.
I am a nightmare walking, psychopath talk. I could not, that was in my head for forever.
I love it.
But then
that beat too, the beat, even in the movie when it first comes on. Dun, 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 dun. It's yo.
Callers. And then he do that walk like this.
Yeah. Colors. Yeah.
That's dope. You love Ice, man. We'll make sure you meet Ice. We'll make sure of that.
Oh my God, that would be dope. A huge fan. Even as an actor, when I saw him start acting, man, and he's good, And I started watching him on SVU and all that. It's he's good. He's good. And I like versatile people, where people try to put you in a box. Well, yeah, I mean, and that's the exact thing. People try to put you in a box, and it's you want to do that? Okay, do it. You want to do that? All right, do it.
It's no box. It's just what you want to do. Just live it.
Hollywood seems to be an extremely hard place to break into. You got any advice for some people out there?
Honestly, it's just persistence, man. It's don't stop and don't take excuses. Listen, is there a situation where people decide that they don't want to work with you because you're black or whatever, a woman? Yeah, but somebody will. And that's what was my thing. Whenever I would go to people and they would make comments like that, all right, cool. I never went back to my room and was like, oh man. I'd be like, cool, next. And I go to the next thing. And then go to the next thing. And then people listen, people will give you a shot, And I think too many times you know, people get discouraged easy and then they stop, you know, and yeah, there's barriers there, and there's people that are ignorant and don't want to help you out, but there's a ton of people that will, you know, and you just have to keep going until you meet those people that will, you know. So I think really it's just persistence, and don't get discouraged too easy, because it'll take time. I mean, it's not going to happen overnight. I think nowadays with, like, you know, the internet and texting itself and all the a lot of the technology that we have, people expect results like that now, you know, but it's going to take time, you know. It's not going to happen overnight. It might take a month, a year, 2 years, but if it's a goal you're trying to get after and it's something that you just can't live without, you ain't going to stop. So 2 years ain't nothing.
That's real. So I'll make a prediction right now that you're going to be one of the next big black execs in Hollywood. You know, we're going to work together.
Hey, man, I'm down with that. I like that prediction.
Yeah, that's the prediction. And that's going to happen starting next week.
Let's do it.
Starting next week.
Let's do it.
Now, back to the book of Boba Fett. I had one beef with your character.
Okay.
I love when you ripped that guy arm off that we played here. But those guys that was riding them little Honda Sprees around, man. You didn't rip them to pieces, man. Why did you beat them clowns down, man? I was so hurt that they got to get back on them scooters, and one of them had that nerve to have a fresh ass fade in space.
A fade in space.
Why weren't you able to tear those fuckers to pieces, man?
Well, I mean, in the beginning, like, you know, when we were not on the same side, you know, and I was kind of handling Boba Fett, like, you know, like, and I've had this conversation before, you know. It's like when like you're a gladiator, like, and you don't want to beat people up, you don't want to shoot somebody, right? It's like it's a show. A gladiator is a show. Like, if you look at the Greek and the Greek mythology, and whenever they would have fights, things like that, and chariot races, it was never like, they never wanted to end fast. It was a show. You had all these people in the crowd, in the stands, you know, and it was supposed to show. So that's where KRRSANTAN kind of got brought up in his fighting style. So everybody would always ask me, man, why do you just kill Boba Fett like that? Well, that's not how he works. Like, he likes to play cat and mouse. He likes to get the best of you. He likes to beat you down, look and have you look in his eyes, so that he knows he got you.
Yeah, he want to debo you.
Hey, yo, hey, next interview I'm using that. It's
yours.
Next interview I give, I'm gonna say, oh, that's dope. Yeah, but like you know, for him, like, there's nothing greater and nothing that makes him good, that he knows he got and he wants to see it in your eyes. So going in and just shooting him, that you know, where he didn't know that there were going to be all these people jumping in on it, and he thought maybe if he just kind of knocked them around a bit, they might get scared, run off, and then he can keep continuing handling his business. When they didn't, he realized he was outnumbered. But then later on, you know, when he got captured and the people that he was originally hired him to do his deal kind of betrayed him. Then he was like, I'm just going to work for whoever going to pay me at this point. You know, there's no loyalty anymore.
I'm my own Wookiee.
I'm my own dude. So whoever's going to pay me. And Bo was like, hey, I know you're hired to hire me, and I understand it. I was a bounty hunter. There's no hard feelings. So why don't you work with me? And I'm not saying he didn't have any grudge between those dudes, you know. You know, and who's not to say that later down the line he might have beef with them, but right now he's aligned with them because he's getting paid.
Exactly, the money.
But listen, and in terms of the faith thing, I say this. Look, when you look back in Star Wars history, like you look at Princess Leia got her hair up in those buns. You look at all the other people. So if you got black people, and don't you think that they would have some sort of a barbershop or a hair salon somewhere? I'm saying. Chris is looking at she always said every time you see her, she got those and Lando, look at his hair, bro. Like he goes somewhere to get that done. And somebody somewhere was like, I don't want to look like Lando. Like I'm not smooth like Lando. I'm more street. Like I'm not into I'm more street. Give me let me know what a street haircut is, And that could have been like, the first Fade in the Galaxy. Who knows? I don't know.
Those guys, man.
First Fade.
He was in a spree, man. He was on a spree. He wasn't even on the Elite. He wasn't even on the Aero 50. Them fools was driving sprees in space, man. Oh, man.
They were Vespas. They were like space Vespa.
You're supposed to snap their necks off just like
hey, who knows, man? If season 2 comes around, that might happen.
Yeah, I hope so. Just let me come on set.
No, we talking about
I want to kick one of them. When you get done with it, kick one of them and walk off.
We talking about the wrong stuff. I got a question.
Come on, let's go.
What's up, Jay?
Where is Jar Jar Binks? I won't watch Star Wars.
Yes. Misa like
Where's Jar Jar? Well, he was like he was like in the pre-prequel. So that was a long time ago. Where we are now.
Gotta bring him back.
A long time ago. So he might have a lifespan. I mean, his species.
I want Jar Jar back.
We love Jar Jar.
Like those tentacle things there on their head. There's a couple of ladies in there that had those.
I want Jar Jar back.
You're right though.
I'm not a fan of Jar Jar.
Nobody asked you. I want Jar Jar back.
I hated Jar Jar.
No.
Wow, it be
Jar
your
Jar
own
should have
people.
been a character on Sesame Street.
No.
It be your own people, sir. Where is Jar Jar?
That's our friend.
So, man, what are you thinking of Obi-Wan coming out? You think it's going to be good?
Listen, from everything that I've seen or heard, I mean, it like the trailers, like they're pretty. They're, even though we all work on the same set and the same locations, like you're very, very good at keeping secrets. Like a lot of times, I don't even know what's happening on my own show,
Right?
Because they keep it so secretive. And even though they were working on Obi-Wan when I was down there, like I never saw anything. So I only know what the fans know, and I only see what the fans see. I mean, I do know people that work on the show, and they can't say nothing. So, but from what I've seen, and in the trailers and whatnot, I'm excited. I think it looks pretty good. It's definitely a story that I've been curious about that hasn't been told about that time between when he was there protecting, Luke when he was growing up, stuff that he referenced to, but we've never seen. So I'm definitely down watching it. I think it's going to be good.
Yeah, I think so too. Before we go, man, what's your take on the Marvel universe? Do you think they're doing great, or do you think the TV shows are kind of slacking from where we left off in Endgame? I just want to know what's your take, being a moviegoer.
That might not be fair because he's currently working in the industry. That is not an appropriate question to ask him.
Well, actually, not only am I working in the industry, I just wrapped on one that I'm going to be in. So, but that aside, I would say and this is my honest, unbiased answer. I like how everything connects to each other. I'm very much a fan of like characters and storylines being congruent and connecting. Like other universes where all this stuff happens and they don't connect, and 15 different people play the same character and nothing kind of winds together. Like I like how Marvel's done. They have a definite plan, and they can plug everybody into everybody else's universe. And they can pull people into each movie, and it makes sense as a story arc all together from the first Iron Man up till now. And what the TV shows are doing, I think, is it's just feeding you little pieces as to what they're doing in between the movie,
like commercial breaks.
Exactly, in between.
Commercial breaks.
Like there's a time where in one of the movies where Falcon and Winter Soldier, you're like, okay, after that, what did they do? Or there was a moment where Hawkeye wasn't in the Avengers. I think he was out of one, and that's kind of where his show was telling you.
Ronan, yeah.
When he wasn't in the movie, this is what he was doing.
Yeah.
You know, and then with WandaVision, it's like, okay, this is what she was doing in between, you know, Endgame and this. Like that, it's just basically telling you kind of what they're doing before they kind of launch. Just to kind of whet your appetite before, you know, you see them in a feature. And I think that just kind of keeps you interested.
Yeah,
you know?
it's good. It's good.
Wanda will be back next week.
Okay.
Wanda be back with Doctor.
Yeah, in Doctor Strange. Yep.
But
again,
that
series, basically that series said, okay, this is what she did after Endgame and leading up to Doctor Strange, where they do a good job at, even from the TV shows. You can look at the movie and say, oh, I saw that in a TV show or whatever. And Jonathan Majors, you know, he was in a TV show, and then his character is going to make it onto into the big screen. So I think they do a really good job at weaving that stuff together.
Me too. I agree.
Well, ma'am, this has been a great interview, man.
Absolutely.
I want to appreciate you for showing up on time, coming through, kicking it with us. When you in Detroit, you got to pull up and eat with us, though.
Yeah, no doubt. Actually, I'll be there pretty soon for like a day or two. So
okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, pull up and let me know when you come. It's all good.
Can you
No
bring
doubt, no doubt.
She said, "Can you
say?
bring that?"
Listen, if I knew him personally, I would do that just for you.
Come on, Jar Jar. My dreams as a kid, he hasn't come back yet.
Ma'am, you are Black excellence. Thank you for everything you've done in Hollywood. Thanks for having such a positive attitude. And I learned a lot from you in this interview today, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Well, thank you guys for having me. This is fun.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, show me a picture of that. Did you guys eat it all? Let me see that catfish one more time.
Show on your plate.
Oh. You want to see my plate?
Empty? Is it empty? The empty plate?
You want to see my plate? It's the plate you want to see. My plate.
You didn't finish your vegetables?
I did. I was saving that for the rabbit. Hey, man, we going to connect with Ice-T, man. Because you know Ice-T the executive producer of this show. And he loves Star Wars, so.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
No, man, that'd be another one of my bucket lists, man. So I'd be down for that for sure.
Well, I'll be definitely responsible for helping you fulfill that, because recently I just kicked one of my bucket lists. I was able to direct the new Morris Day and Big Daddy Kane video.
What?
Bucket list shit, man.
What? Morris Day and Big Daddy Kane.
I directed the video. So
wow.
When it comes to bucket list, I'm with you, man.
Dude, man, that's
like that bucket list, baby.
That's dope right there, man. Again, two great artists, Big Daddy Kane, great lyricist, Morris Day. Come on, man.
Bucket list. Hey,
that's a pretty good one, dude. That's a biggie right there.
That's my ego meter going off. That's my ego meter.
How did we get here?
Yeah, man. We'll be talking next week, man. Corey L. Jones. Thank you, G.
All right, y'all. Thank you.
See you in a minute.
All right. Later.
Yep. Yes, sir. Yeah. Talk to me, Mixer.
Hey, man. Dude's an icon, man. He does get a lot of work in, you know. And I'm sure there's a lot of stuff he couldn't tell us on what he's working on.
Oh, my God.
But you know, with Marvel, it's always a secret.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they just had some, not Comic-Con. What is it called? CinemaCon, I think it is.
Yeah.
Like cinnamon?
Like cinema.
Man, he's done so much. He even did the makeup for this guy right here.
Dog.
Oh,
it's like this guy, I couldn't even get all his resume in here today.
Is it bad that I think that guy black?
Yeah, he is. I saw him.
Oh, okay.
Yep, he is. Features.
If you see a black and white picture, you can tell who's black and who's white.
No. It was just
true. You can. Just as if they're covered in rocks, you can.
And here go the artwork, the full body.
Oh, that's the whole.
That is a wall. I see it.
That's the full body.
You said that's in Germany?
Yep.
That is so dope.
No, it's not dope. Nobody knows what you're.
They got his brass knuckles on there too.
I just want to ask y'all something.
What's up?
So, what did you think about the difference between the chicken crack and the fish crack?
Yeah, I didn't even know
Think
what
it
was
was-
going on.
I don't
thought
know
was
which one was
two
which.
pieces of fish till I got the middle of the chicken. Like, wait a minute, this chicken.
Dog, really?
Yeah.
But you can't take it from him. He looks slow.
Yeah.
Well,
But I can have another piece of each, and I can tell you.
No, you can't. You know.
The fish seemed lighter,
Mm.
Oh, we would.
more light and crisp. The chicken was good, a little more seasoned. It seemed like
That makes
that
sense.
was perfect.
The fish was perfect.
Mm. The fish was crazy. I couldn't believe it.
You know what I like? The vegetables.
That one.
Oh yeah.
I had 2 big plates of the vegetables.
But no, but for real though, the star of the plate was that macaroni ball. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
No
I need
shit.
another one of them too.
That bitch was delicious.
I ate it.
Yes,
They
you
made-
did.
wait a minute. While you weren't
We
looking,
kind of made them eat.
they made me eat it. I was like, "It's too many carbs for me."
Oh, man.
They said you gotta try it. I said,
Yeah,
okay.
man.
So I tried it. It was good.
Damn. What was I doing? Oh, I was cooking.
You were
No,
cooking.
you were eating.
Oh, I was eating.
Yeah.
But damn.
But yeah, this was big, man.
Yeah.
Corey L. Jones. I didn't know his resume was so
Jones.
deep, man.
Man,
He was
resume-
so swagged out. He
Man.
was just
Down
swagged
to
out.
earth.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times you run across folks, you know, in the industry, you know, the ego meters go off.
Like some people.
Some people, you know.
I can't wait till the
sometimes-
cameras cut off. We gotta talk about that.
You meter?
Yeah. At one point in,
'Cause, like,
another
How did
Well, my
how did
album-
we get here?
album.
'Cause
About my album.
Because how did we get here?
How did we get here?
Yeah,
That's Deborah Cox.
Are we there yet?
you were.
Are we there yet?
Hey,
What's
what
up?
you got? What you been looking at on TV, man?
What I've been looking at on TV? Winning time.
Definitely.
Winning time.
One of the best shows on television right now.
So you would have to disagree with what Magic and Kareem are saying.
Look,
I want to know.
when you're staring yourself in the face on the big screen, yeah, it's gonna hit some nerves.
Mm-hmm.
You might not necessarily agree with everything that you're seeing, but guess what?
Yeah,
Somebody was there.
Yeah.
All that stuff isn't fabricated.
got you.
So
And
hey,
I hate to say this, but Hot Mix is a person that kind of looks at everything and gives you the whole
Well, I like
entire
to-
perspective.
I watch things if I watch it the first time, if I'm like not focused on it, I watch it in the daytime.
Mm-hmm.
Then I can like zoom in on it,
Mm-hmm.
pay attention to little subtle nuances and things, and I get like real deep into it. Like, oh man, did you see that? Yeah. Another good show. And Chicago is getting a lot of airtime right now. 61st Street,
Oh,
Yeah, that's the AMC show.
AMC show.
With my man from Detroit on it. I got to
Yeah,
check it
shout
out.
out to
Cool.
Courtney B. Vance.
And that's actually Michael B. Jordan, executive producer.
really?
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan.
Okay.
Oh, he working.
Yeah, I watched the first couple of episodes.
That's his shit.
So it's gotta have some type of substance to it, because he really, when he ventured out and he
Picks.
started doing, he really nitpicks his stuff.
Yeah, I'll tip my hat to that brother for
I
that.
do too.
Yeah.
I really do, because you
We got a
can't-
guest lingering around.
Really?
The
Who
hip hop
that is?
trooper.
Oh, I love him.
We got a guest
He
lingering
loves
around here.
mommy.
Oh no!
Where you go?
We was on the beach running towards each other.
Oh,
He wasn't. He ran away.
Oh, shoot. They got me.
Cut out.
oh man, we was about to bring
Yeah.
it
I
in.
know I ain't. What's her name? Bo Derek. I got brave, but they kind of like locked.
We want to talk to the hip hop trooper now.
I
Hip
thought-
hop trooper.
I thought he was
Hip
gonna
hop
be in
trooper.
here.
Hip hop trooper.
Where'd he go?
Yeah, that's a good watch. Winning Time.
Winning time.
It was something else.
Oh.
I really want to like what is it? Moon Knight?
You like that?
I want to.
Uh-huh.
I talked to one of my good friends, Reg. He's deep into the comic books. He says it's going to tie some things together. He said just stick it out, because he's the one that told me to stick it out with WandaVision, and it kind of made sense about after the third or fourth episode.
Yeah.
For informational purposes.
Yeah, for
only.
information.
Oh.
Not for entertainment.
No. So I'm trying to. I got to go back and watch the last couple episodes. I think it's maybe one left. Yeah. It's hard. It's hard.
Somebody said something.
It's hard to watch.
They said that there's a lot of the actors are good. What was it? You said, and it was absolutely perfect. I agreed. The actors are good, but the show.
That was Moonlight.
No, I know.
What she wants to know.
I want to know what was the exact.
The actors was good, but the show was
because the actors, the guy.
It's a show with great actors, but bad story.
Well, there's a third.
I could have. I think I did.
Well, I don't want to say too much just in case the guy pops up. But there's supposed to be another person inside of that person.
Yeah, it is. They talk to each other all the time.
No. There's a third that's supposed to pop up. I'm trying to wait to see if he pops up.
I'm sorry.
So is this like Glass? So is this like Glass?
Nah.
Glass?
No, not Glass.
I'm so confused.
What's that guy's name?
Somebody help me, please.
John McAvoy. Nope.
Unbreakable.
What's his name?
Samuel L. Jackson?
No, the other guy.
He was in
They
it.
had all the multiple personalities.
Yes.
Charles.
No, she don't know nobody but Dennis Quaid.
Talk about it.
No, it is McAvoy.
John
But I don't know
McAvoy.
his name, his first name.
John.
CC do.
Mackie. Anthony Mackie.
That is the Falcon.
What are we talking about?
It's
Unbreakable.
Captain America.
No, Anthony Mackie is
He
not.
was Captain America.
No,
shit,
he
he
is
was.
Captain America.
That's true.
He
He is.
No.
I digress.
So wait. Y'all talking about Unbreakable, right?
That's what it's called.
Yeah, but there's a character on there.
And then they came with Glass, something, didn't
Yeah,
they?
that's what I thought it was Glass.
The first one was something, I think was it Mr. Glass, something Glass.
I
It
think
was
Unbreakable was first.
Yeah, Unbreakable was first.
And then they came.
Then there's the guy with the multiple personalities. Then there's the Bruce Willis guy.
Jesus Christ.
Mhm.
Internet movie data.
With the damn hood,
I don't have much
the rain.
juice on my.
Bruce Willis had the raincoat. Now he can't even act no more. He got alopecia.
Unbreakable, Split, and Glass.
Split. Yeah, but it's a little different than that.
James McAvoy.
It is. I said what? John.
Lewis Kirby, Samuel Jackson, and Bruce Willis.
Yeah,
Yes.
so there's another guy that's supposed to be in there.
I didn't know. I know
What
he had a
show
lot
are
of
you
people in
talking
there, though.
about?
Because you got Mark and Steve, but they're supposed to, I think he's.
Now, there was a Connie too, wasn't it?
No, not that guy. I'm talking about in Moon Knight.
It's Moon Knight.
Yeah, with
What
a
is
K.
What is
Is that what it's in there?
But that's
Somebody.
I don't know. It could be good. That's what it called to me. It could
Yeah,
What?
I'm just watching it because it has to make things make sense for the upcoming movies.
What network? So Kayla can watch
Oh.
it.
Killer.
You know,
Wait
you're
a
not
minute.
gonna watch it.
I'm
How
gonna
come
watch
when you,
it.
You're
how
not
come when
gonna
you
watch
put in a
it.
search engine, what does it say? Moon Knight is
Moon Knight
horrible.
is horrible.
You're not gonna watch it.
You don't know that.
I know
Maybe
it.
I'll get it.
First episode, I thought that shit was about to be off the chain.
No, because of the way that it went off.
The trooper's back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get my friend.
Oscar Isaac can't say Marvel's unbearable new show. So it's not just me.
Did you like the
It's-
drink
it's-
for real?
It's hard to watch. It's just hard to watch.
Cool,
Man.
because it's a lot of it.
Oscar Isaac inexplicable.
Hey!
Yo, what's going on?
What's going on with the hip hop?
Sorry, sometimes. Let me get to some light. Hold on, let me get to some light.
I think it's time for Scotch eggs.
Right?
This week.
Got eggs, baby.
Hey,
This week. This
All right,
week.
that's better. It's a little bit more light. A little bit more light. How
Yeah.
we doing?
What's up with you, homeboy? Talk to me.
You know, man. Hip Hop Troopers in the house, often duplicated more than ever, but never replicated. The one and only. What's going on?
I love
Hey,
it.
always good to see you, man. I was waiting for you to pop on when we had my man Carey L. Jones, man. I would have loved to hear a
Yo, man,
conversation.
I'm at the family's house. We're about to leave, head back to my house. The
Okay.
timing was just tough. I was like, oh, I'm on the show.
Right. Are you going to go down to the celebration this year?
I'm gonna be there.
Okay. Then you can probably hook up with my man Carey L. Jones there.
Make that happen. He
Tell them to
got
come on, listen. I got the music. I might be throwing a party at a secret location, but he'll be the first to know, and he's more than welcome to come join me.
Okay. So what's been going on in your world since we last left? Since I beat your ass in that DJ battle?
You
That's
lost.
not what happened. You lost.
You lost.
They said I lost.
Well, you know, it's just been. Well, you know, I've been laying low, but I got some big surprises on the way. Big surprises on the way.
Oh yeah. So you know, I'll see you the address for that action figure, that hip hop trooper action figure. I see you got them ready.
I know. Hey, the new figure. So the new figure, number one's on eBay right now. All the money's going to charity, and you can pre-order them on May 4th.
May 4th. May the 4th be with you.
It's insane. Like it's nuts. The details, like it's the best one yet.
It's the best one yet, huh? You froze on us, but we hear you though.
All right, I'm back, man. What kind of internet you got?
No, that's you. We just been rolling a strong hour without no hiccup, nigga.
You know what? It might be me. It might be me. It's all the static from my cassette tapes. You know, I've always got cassette tapes. I've been rocking cassettes today. The static is coming off the cassette tapes.
That's what it is. Talk to me about the NBA, man. Tell me who winning. Who coming out the East?
I like Memphis, man, but they let me down today. Memphis let me down.
It was so close, though. Shit.
But Memphis is funny because they're East, but they're also West. It doesn't make no sense. But the East, I got the Bucks, man. I'm going with Giannis. I gotta go with Giannis.
You going with Greek Freak?
The Greek Freak, man.
Yeah.
Hummus all day.
Yeah, you going with back-to-back champions with Greek Freak?
No one's talking about the champions, and they're the ones they should be talking about.
Yep. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm going. I got them in the final against either Golden State or Memphis.
But you got Mix. Talk to me.
Well, I'm going with Golden State. Miami's a sleeper.
I would like to see Memphis.
Yeah. Miami's a sleeper team.
I know, yeah. Miami's dangerous, man.
Yeah,
if they stay healthy.
Yeah, they
but I think if Jimmy gets hurt or COVID protocols, you never know. The NBA is just so unpredictable right now. So unpredictable.
What did y'all think about that call today?
So you never know, man. Never know.
Never know, huh?
But yeah, I got a bad connection, man. I need to get back on the show when I'm at the house.
Hey man, listen, let's set it up, man, for a couple of weeks, man.
Got the game today.
Who, Draymond?
Yeah, pressure
somebody.
Yeah,
somebody in the.
Well, he hit him in the face.
Yeah, you breaking up again, man.
Aww.
The trooper.
Am I freezing again? I'm freezing again.
You're freezing, man. Freeze frame.
I know, man. Because I'm in the streets.
I see.
He out there in the streets.
How long is the show on for? How much more time we got?
We got about 2 minutes.
Oh man.
You supposed to been on an hour ago.
He said he's with his face.
I know. I got my time zones messed up, man.
Hey, man.
I was watching the game, and it's my niece, sister-in-law's birthday, and I literally pulled out my phone and I was like, "Oh my God, yes!" And then I logged in, and then blah blah blah. You know, the rest is history.
Hey, but you know you.
I need to get back on,
Oh no.
Yeah, he breaking up.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, well, we got to get back with the trooper. You breaking up on us. It's about time we wrap this up for the night. Anything y'all want to say before we close this bitch out?
Fine, Jar Jar Binks. Thanks.
Jar Jar Binks. Corey L. Jones blessed us, man. Corey L. Jones blessed us, man. Yeah. Anything else you want to say, Keisha? Before we let the OG get the last word around here?
You let that OG get that last word.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, we were brought to you by let us have it.
StreamYard.
Yeah. And we got to talk about it. We have to talk about our guy, Wax, Tax, and Dre.
That's him.
Yes, he comes on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Booty shaking Friday.
Yes, Booty Shaking Friday.
Let it go.
On Twitch. Hey, your mama got a booty.
Whoa, baby.
And she shook it.
No. And then Trap Sauce, you always going to get that. That's Trap with 2 P's.
2Ps.com.
And find Jar Jar Binks.
And find Jar Jar.
And thanks Hip Hop Trooper for showing up.
And thanks Carrie L. Jones, man.
For being on the show.
Yeah, that was huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you all for showing up. Y'all have a great week. We'll be back.
Ice.
Out of a minute.
Hey, yo, what's up? It's Ice-T on the set, SVU, out here on location. I want you to do something for me. I want you to eat good. I want you to drink good. And I want you to keep talking shit. All right? Champ, my people. The real.